clearly planned. To the fact that they even are wearing the same color to try to confuse her, because it turns out that the creator of this video, she exchanged information with the woman who was not the driver. So this is clear insurance fraud. When I tell you that she is so blessed she has this footage, I have handled so many claims where my insureds have told me this is what happened, they backed into me or they swerved into my lane, they brake checked me.
Okay, so this is take 2 of trying to retake the video. Tried to put it on here and then it got snatched right as I tried to post it. It wasn't even in my drafts. Past the point. Okay, so I'm in the lane. Well, not in the lane. I'm in the lot trying to go into the school. Have to pull up a little bit because, like I said, 3 cars behind me. The police car is not even directly behind me when I pull into the lot. So I pull up a little bit to let them in because, again, obstructing the lot, a lane or an entryway is also illegal. At least I thought, right? And so he's like, well, I saw the guy after I explained to him what happened as to why he's challenging me and why I sped up a little bit to go ahead and get in front of him and get out of his way. And he was like, well, that makes sense, but when I seen you come over, I thought you was trying to get away. And this is a lot. There's like, it's really only one way in and out, because if you go back out, it isn't the way you come in, but you have to go all the way around. And by that time, it's back out to right where the police officer was. There's no way around getting around him. So basically, he's like, well, you were only going like 5 miles an hour extra. And I was like, I thought that was legal to avoid an accident or to, get into the next lane, get around the driver when it's legal to do so. He was like, well, in your state, it is legal to go an extra few miles above the speed limit, just a few, like, not even like 4 miles above the speed limit. And I wasn't. And it's on the ticket that way as well, too. And I've had a ticket for, something like that before, where the judge, this is in a whole nother town in the state that I'm in now, in Georgia. And he was like, this is stupid. Don't bring me no more of these tickets. Like, and it's messed up too, because the police officers, when they have to make their quota, y'all have to come up with a better system for them, because they should not have to worry about making a quota to the point to where they got to worry about stopping people for stupid stuff when they can be on patrol for better things. And I'm pretty sure they would rather prefer to be on patrol for better things, for the ones whose hearts are really in it. And so back to the parking lot of, like I said, me avoiding the accident in the school parking lot. He's like, well, they'll send you a court date in the mail. Because I'm like, can I just pay the ticket off? He was like, no, there's no way I can, give you a warning or nothing. Because I've asked, and, he's like, you're in a no tolerance zone, which makes sense because this is a school zone. Like I said, it's no more than 15 miles per hour. But like I said, I was braking already, like to slow up to get out of his way as well. So I know I'm not going that fast. And then I start to speed up when I see he really, really slowed down. And so, it just didn't click in my head. The officer is right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to hurry up and get out of his way because my kids are in the car. And so, he was like, all of that makes sense. And you could tell he's like, like, dang, I really don't want to get, like, he really did not want to give me that ticket. But on this street, and he knows that I have no way of knowing, because he's like, he sees my insurance, he sees my tag, he sees my license, and he sees that my tag and stuff is, hell, I think I still had a temp tag on. Or it was like a new tag or whatever, but, all my stuff, is new because the car, I'm still paying on it. or whatever. And he's like, man, I really wish I could, but it's kids that have gotten drugged up this street by cars that, and then they drag them and then they don't stop. And that makes sense because I'm one of the moms, that gets that, I have spoken about, the child safety. I go to parent teacher conferences and, speak on like the way that they do a lot of the new bus systems and, the separation to release to picking them up to the parents. Like I have previous videos where I talk about how they need better evals for the people that they hire on. So, I get that part. And I try my best to follow the line because I don't want to, ever, hurt anybody's child, even. And, that is also part of, me being cautious. So I know I didn't do anything, outside of the limits of, the law. And he's basically saying that I didn't as well. But fast forward to now, I didn't get anything in the mail. I go to court for it here because they have suspended my license in Georgia for something that happened in another state. And, the judge tells me, he's like, well, they don't have to tell you that your license is suspended, and they didn't have to alert you that you had to go to court. And I'm like, well, how was I supposed to know? He said, there is no way you can know. It's how they wrote it up. They don't have to tell you. And he's like, it's not my problem. I'm just like, oh, that flipped real quick. That's a whole nother side. It's not my problem. And so I'm like, are you serious? But now I have a fine over $1,500 that I have to pay off now here in Georgia for a suspended license, when I could have just again got a notice from out of town that I had to go to court. Mind you, now there's a whole bunch of court fees plus for the ticket that I have to pay off. Then I have to pay expenses of traveling, whether I'm traveling by car or I'm on a plane. Then I have to have a place to stay, so there's staying in a hotel, and then coming back. Like, that's a lot, and I'm a single mom, so I don't have it like that to do all that. And I feel like it should be better monitors, especially around an area that is for kids' safety, a safety zone is their area, to where, again, I should be able to pull them cameras to prove that I'm innocent in that situation. I don't care if it's a full block down the street or a mile down the street, because again, didn't they say they put up safety protocols for schools when the schools was having them school bomb threats and the school shooting threats and all of that stuff, to the point to where even from state to different states that I have gone to, they lock them doors for those kids now to keep them safe. So again, to be able to pull that and say, okay, well, she didn't do anything wrong. If y'all can hem me up with everything that I need so far as to cancel my license from one state to another, and it's a simple fix, really, and it's not like I'm trying to avoid anybody, then it should be easy for you to pull that information and pass it along. You get what I'm saying? And so he's like, he gets everything that's going on, and this is the officer that I was talking to. So hopefully, he's as understanding, that he remembers me, because it's been a minute now. He remembers me. And he told me back then that it was backed up, so it was really nothing I could do about it. I had to wait for a court date. And so, but yeah, it is. Oh, I almost forgot to add on the fact that the officer did tell me that, oh yeah, there's no way of you really knowing that unless you just drove out here and then you knew out here. But yeah, they do like to do insurance stuff out here, and that's real common. We get a lot of those type of calls, and it's not really much we can do about it yet. Whatever. Like, they still looking into ways to fix that type of situation to keep people from doing it. So he knows, and he knows there's no way for me to know unless I'm just from out there. Which, mind you, I end up telling him I don't got time for that. I'm not even trying to do that or deal with that. And he was like, yeah, I could tell by the way that you were acting. And I was going to go get him, but when you turned, that's what made me go get you. The previous video, though, I wanted to re-explain that I was in the first lane going up. So, like, you know how you're in the right lane going up the road, and then you have the left lane going down the road. So, I'm in the first lane on the left-hand side. It's a 3-lane road. He's on the second lane. I could get over on the second lane, but I don't. I'm the type of person that'll put my lights on 2 entryways up before I turn in. Like, if they're close entryways together, like how you have a McDonald's, then you have like a Wendy's next, then you know, I put my blinkers on in advance. And so